So this is the third and final part of the pharmacy therapeutic committee. So here next part is emergency department and useful references. So this is given in terms of emergency department. So what is that emergency department? Emergency department should have this type of the drug should be present. That is known as the emergency department. Pre-treatment with the fentanyl 3 milligram microgram per kg for high ICP, and vascular dissection or preeclampsia with the elevated BP. Blood pressure is increased preeclampsia during the pregnancy. And consider lignocaine, that is 1.5 milligram per kg for high ICP and vascular with the elevated BP. So this is the pre-treatment or emergency treatment. Medicine should be given to the patient who have the high BP. And then intubation drugs, those are the drugs are the very important in terms of your activity of the body for the sedative action. Sedative action, these drugs are there known as the ketamine, thiopentone, propofol, suxamethonium, rocuronium, and sagamdex. So these drugs are very important in terms of the hypertensive patients and various patients known as the normotensive patient, means blood pressure will be normal. This type of patient should be used. So these are very important drugs. How important drugs? Because these drugs will produce your habit forming drugs. So this should be used properly. Then initial post intubation analgesia and sedation infusions. So these drugs name known as the morphine and midazolam, propofol and ketamine. So the drug known as morphine, that all of you know, morphine drug is very powerful in terms of your activity of uh, the analgesia and the your activity of your highly powerful injection type of activity. So this will be produced in terms of given in terms of the pharmacy activity will be there. So this is very important in terms of to reduce the analgesic activity. So this analgesic activity should be given in terms of the activity of analgesic. So this is most powerful drugs. Around above this no powerful drug was available. So then here is known as the contradictions to suxamethonium. So what are the contradictions? Malignant hyperthermia history, strokes and hemiparesis, that is paralysis type of strokes are there. ICU stay more than 2 weeks, burns and trauma for more than 72 hours, NMJ disease, myopathies, muscular dystrophies, hyperkalemia and Guillain-Barré syndrome, and penetrating eye injury and acute glaucoma. So these are the very difficult type of contradictions indications. So contraindications can be first starting from the malignant hyperthermia history. Hyperthermia means increase the heat into the body. Strokes with the hemiparesis, half of the brain should be damaged, so that is the hemiparesis. Then ICU stay, that is into the ventilators or ICU staying is there more than 2 weeks, we can contradict, should not able to give this type of drug. Burns and trauma more than 72 hours, they will produce NMJ disease, different types of disease of the your neurons are there. Myopathies and muscular dystrophies. Myopathy means or muscular dystrophy means contraction of the your muscles. Hyperkalemia means increase the amount of your potassium into your the body, so that is will produce the tremors or high activity of your body will be there. High activity means movement of the body can be increased to the hyperkalemia. Then Guillain-Barré syndrome. Those syndrome is related to the neurons and related to the brains. So they will produce the some sedation of the brain, and vertigo also be happened with the Guillain-Barré syndrome. So that can be treated with the anti-vertigo drugs, and different neurological drugs are there. Then penetrating eye injury and acute glaucoma. So penetrating eye injury is there, so there can be damage worst it can be worse by using this type of the drug, that is suxamethonium. So this is the drug handled very carefully. Then initial ventilator settings. So this is for the technical issue of your doctor, that is how the technical initial ventilator should be there. Settings mode, that is net ml is given 6-8 ml, 5-6 ml, 6 ml, or 30 ml. RR is there, PEP and LE ratio and notes. Maintain the homeostasis, avoid lung is there, म्हणजे extra amount of the oxygen should not be given to the patient. Watch for breath and tracking and barotrauma. Consider permissive activity. Watch pressures and valves. May need to lower the volume and accept higher carbon dioxide should be exhaled by the patient. Maintain respiratory compensation for the acidosis and alkalosis. So actually acidosis and alkalosis is controlled by the two part into the body, that is by the lungs and your kidneys. So here the patient under the ventilator, so there will be the chances of acidosis or alkalosis will be there. Acidosis means carbon dioxide is present into the lungs, so acidity can be increased. It is not like acidity of GI tract, it is a different acidity, that is acid into the blood. So that is known as a acidosis can be happened with the lungs. Then emergency trolley consists of what? Emergency trolley in the medicine consist of different types of emergency medicine. So this what are the emergency medicines are there? So these emergency medicines comes under the activity of one by one important drugs. So without these drugs a patient cannot be survive. So adrenaline, all of you know, that is life saving drugs. Dopamine, diazepam, atropine, potassium, calcium gluconate, Kesol, sodium bicarbonate, RL, D5%, D25%, DNS, metronidazole, ciprofloxacin. 2 ml syringe, 5 ml syringe, 100 ml syringe, 20 ml, 10 ml syringe, 20 ml syringe. Isopropyl rubbing, BP apparatus, Chittal's forceps, ECG machine, Ryle's tube, laryngoscope, ambu bag, gloves, sterilium, and finally fire extinguisher is also very important in terms of the your emergency trolley in the medicine ward consists. Means this trolley should be present to the ward 24 hours. If any emergency patient is there, you immediately inject that type of the medicine. So this is very important, or emergency name itself indicated that this is the emergency trolley. Then name of the hospital and patient for the your reporting of adverse drug reactions. So this type of form we already studied into the chapter that is known as the ADR chapter. Reference number, date, patient name, age, hospital registration number, disease report or diagnosis, details of determinant given, drug suspected to have the produce adverse drug reaction, which drug is suspect to produce the adverse drug reactions. Then detail about the drug is there, that is manufacturing, expiry date, manufacturing address, reaction detail, what are the reaction is, redness, puffiness, or itchingness, what will be the action, step taken to treat the ADR, what step are taken to stop the ADR, and drug in question prescribed by the which pharma physician has prescribed this type of drug, administered by the which nurse, and any other concurrently administered drug taken by the patient, if any. If any concurrently means similarly this type of drug is being given used similarly with the concurrent as side by side. The name of the hospital, address, drug defect report. First is known as the adverse drug reaction. This is known as the drug defect report. Name of the drug, dosage, form and strength, batch number, date of manufacturing, expiry date, manufacturer's name and address, date of purchase, date of supplier and address. Then defect notes and suspected, reported by the name of the designation means which physician is the signature of the physician, and department of the doctor. So signature is very required is there. Then this form is for the patient medication profile. So that is name of the hospital and then address of the hospital, then number of the your patient 1 2 3 4, like the date of the particular activity, that is patient medication profile. Then name of the patient, age of the patient, address of the patient, hospital OP or IP registration number, date of admission, diagnosis on admission, other pathology conditions. Then drug profile, date on which drug is given, name of the drug, dose of the drug, route of the administration of the drug, started on the which date of the drug or administration point, then after stopped on which type of the or on which date, remark and physician's initial, that is signature of the, then finally discharge is taken out or not discharge, and signature of chief pharmacist. So this is given by this patient medication profile. Then finally the role of pharmacist. What is the role of pharmacist? So role of pharmacist is also very important. So what is that? That is, first is part is one of the patient counseling. Patient counseling means how the drug should be taken, what is the timing of the dose, and how much tablets are there, that how many tablets at one time, that should be mixed with the special packet. So this type of the activity also produced by the role of pharmacy, that is the role of pharmacy or patient counseling. Then awareness for recent advances in medicine. Recent advances are what? They should be given to the doctors as well as the patients information. Detection of prescription errors. If there is a prescription error, if any drug is given to her, given for the only one dose or one dose a day, so that should if any error of the 3 times a day, so that will be directly report to the doctor, so that may be the error. So doctor can satisfy the questions raised by the pharmacist and give the clarification or explanation. Then convey patient need to the doctor. Patient should need to the doctors that any patient is taken the frequently about the OTC medicine, so pharmacist should aware that he should give the knowledge to, he should meet the doctor and take the proper prescription and then take the medicine. Otherwise on yourself you should not take the medicine. That is why the convey patient need to do doctor. Then organize a health camp for patient in coordination with the doctors. So pharmacist can organize the um, health patient camp to the any remote area or any area which does not have the any activity of the health. So that's why this can be arranged by the your pharmacist. Distribution of information pamphlets. Distribution information pamphlets, which type of the pamphlets are there, so that can be informed to the information of on pamphlets. If pamphlets are available to the pharmacist, he can be distributed among the patient as well distributed among the doctor. Promoting safe drug use. Safe drug use means if any patient take the drug and he does not have the relief for the 1 to 2 hours, the patient can take the another tablet or another dose. So this type should not be happened with the your patient. So this type of the activity is known as safe drug and it is awarded by your pharmacist. And demonstration of medical devices. So many devices are there into the pharmacist, so they should not aware of by the patient. So pharmacist should give the demonstration of the particular applying of the medicine, applying of the ointment. So this type of the activity, when the medicine is to be taken before taking the food or after taking the food, so this type of the awareness should be given by the pharmacist. So this is very important or major role of pharmacist into the hospital pharmacy and your pharmacy therapeutic committee. So this is the end of the third and final part of therapeutic PTC committee, pharmacy therapeutic committee.